Hello, we are live. Just waiting for my partner. It's Jenni Love, the Rogue Witch from Two Chicks Bewitched. Nevie Hart is on her way momentarily. How are you guys? What's happening? Tonight is the reading of the Tarotscopes. Just waiting for some folks to arrive. Let us know if you're out there. Give us say hello, post a comment. If you have a question, we're going to get, hey, Kristen, I see that the little heart comes in and tells me who that was. Tonight we're going to be reading the, hey, Teresa, working quick hello. I gotcha. Oh yeah, your chair was around the corner. Yes. We're going to be reading the Tarotscopes. What are the Tarotscopes? The fabulous Evie Hart and I write the Tarotscopes for two local papers. They're the Horoscopes with a twist. I pull a card for each sign. I write my piece about it. And the fab, she pairs it with a crystal, and it's either to sort of benefit or, promote or protect.
Right. Support what's happening in the cards that month for you.
So, hey, Tony. Hey, Chicks. Hey, Ryan. What's happening? Hey, Chloe. How are you? So it's with a little bit of a twist. So we're going to read through what we get for May. They end up in the two local, the News of the Highlands for local people.
And the
Cornwall local. So if you're not local, then the next week we read them. And at the end, after we read them, if anybody has a question, wants us to pull a card special, we'll do the same sort of thing for you and be more specific. So right. I think that's fun.
Definitely.
So we had an exciting day today. We both have the luxury and the benefit and the privilege, right? Like we're super happy that both of our muggle jobs allow us to work remotely at the moment. Like nobody's on unemployment, nobody's waiting for some stimulus, like we're working. And so we came down here today because I did this yesterday. I came to the shop and logged in like I would have if I was at home. It's quiet, I have the printer. The kids aren't around, there's not the shenanigans of home. Barking. I got out of my PJs, so I felt really productive. I felt like that was really cool. So I was telling her about it. And so she comes down today and we do the same thing, We set we had our little cubbies and cubicles and we're doing our thing. And I'm telling you, it was like we were in such a groove. She's working, I'm working, it was great. And then the fire department and then the fire trucks and all of the alarms and
the knock at the door.
And sorry, you have to leave. Why? What are you talking about? There was some major evacuation. There's a major gas leak right in front of the building. And I was like, no, very inconvenient. No, this is not what's happening today.
Such bad timing.
So now we're sitting in my car in the parking lot. She's got her computer open
on her
lap. She's completely working with her hotspot, right? She's completely working, answering phone calls. Like I'm just sitting there like, I'm so annoyed right at this point. It was terrible. 2.5 hours, maybe, out of, it was just nonsensical. So Then we get back in, we both have to go back to work. It was a little, it was exciting, and then set up for this funness. So It's been a day. Hopefully tomorrow, it was a good day. They don't kick me out.
It was a good day, though.
No, it was a great day. It was great. It was really good.
It was good to be here.
But it definitely was not convenient.
No.
And where do you go in the apocalypse when you're social distancing and you're supposed to be staying at home? And they go, no, you have to leave. You're just like, what do I do? You can't go to a restaurant. You can't go get a snack. It's like, oh, can't go shopping. Just like, sitting in my car. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
well, everybody was spaced out around the parking lot.
Yes.
The municipal lot.
This poor woman was in the car. The woman from upstairs next door. She's in the car with like an infant and a toddler. You know, one might have been 2, and one might have been like 6. You know, and they're in the car for like forever. I felt terrible. Finally, when it was over, I was like, okay, I think we can all go back inside now. So yeah, it was a day. But yes, exciting. Yes. Now this is way more exciting. So I think we've given everybody proper time to get in. So we'll get started. And so I will show you the card that I pulled. And I did actually use my old, when I said my old deck, I had been using the Tattoo Tarot, 8 of Coins Tattoo Tarot for a bit. But I went back to my first love. I went back to my old deck, and I was using these images this week. And so for Aries, I pulled the Hermit. And it's funny because this is the 3rd month in a row that the Hermit has shown up in the Tarotscopes. So what is that? What did I feel that said for Aries this month? It's that illumination is the key. Aries will have to rely on their inner voice or knowing in order to take the next step in life. I know that seems funky right now, considering we're all sort of stuck in place, not taking steps. But those next steps will allow you to shine like the moonlight on the water, and they will whisper this way. Like, you'll know the signs, and you have to follow the breadcrumbs. So you're going to get signs this month about how to move forward in your world, Aries. And it's funny, I just reread this and thought, oh, I don't really pay my attention to myself because I'm an Aries. I'm an Aries like everything. And yeah, that's funny. I have to revisit that because I don't take my own advice. And you paired it with?
I paired it with ametrine because it encourages you to trust your inner voice. So to help support Aries this month,
I'm gonna just wear it right here. Okay, go ahead, keep talking.
I said, Aries, amethyst will encourage you to trust your inner voice, Aries, and ametrine will help to light the way. If one walks with fear, ametrine will reveal the hidden warrior within.
That's an inside revelation, by the way. Sorry, that revelation that actually just happened on camera. Sorry.
Yes, it did.
Wow. Okay. Go ahead.
If one moves with detailed precision, executing well thought out plans, ametrine will reveal the power of serendipity and the joy from taking a chance. This is the duality of ametrine. Carry it for balance and connection this month. And it will support you through these simple, unrelenting lessons.
So do you want to explain? Maybe people don't know what ametrine is.
So ametrine is the embodiment of amethyst and citrine. There you go.
Can we see it? Go ahead. You talk.
With zones of purple and yellow or orange. It is a crystal of its own volition. It is also, it holds the properties of both amethyst and citrine. So amethyst on the crown.
Like double dipping.
Right. Exactly. Oh, that was a word of that.
That's a word of the day, by the way. Double dipping is the word of the day.
Yep.
Sorry. We're just being silly today.
So this was revelation.
Yeah, that was big. That was a simultaneous revelation. That was fun. Right. You know, I want it. Tony, she's like, you know, I want it. Tony, your box just left in the mail today. So
it sure did.
Yeah. It's on its way. We can't just stick that in there. It's already gone.
But we can,
we'll figure something out.
Right. Exactly.
All right. So Taurus. Taurus pulled strength. And it's funny. Taurus, strength is one of those cards that you just kind of, especially in a reading. I don't know if any of you are readers. But strength is one of those cards that if it's not accenting something else, it's flat. Like right. It's about strength. It's never an easy card in a reading because there isn't much to say. The phone is ringing. We have to get the phone. It's probably Melissa, right? We have people picking orders up. Oh, that's me?
2 Chicks Bewitched.
Is it really? So I'm going to talk about strength for just a second. So strength. It's not an easy card in a reading because either you have strength or you'll need it. It's really all you can say about strength. So what I wanted to say to Taurus about strength is it's a quiet strength. So whatever is happening in your world that you need strength with, or you need strength for. It's a quiet strength. It is not a combative strength. It is, you're not drawing your sword and lopping people's heads off. It's quiet. It's non-combative. Okay. But you're going to need it this month, Taurus. And my poor partner's still on the phone. And she paired it with Taurus. Turquoise.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm looking for turquoise because I know she. Oh, so.
Yeah. One of each. You got it.
So I have some turquoise
Can
here.
I take your number and give you a call back in just a little bit?
And then she's going to unplug the phone. So that's some turquoise as I'm throwing them. But heads need to roll. Hello, Monique. How are you? I'm just waiting. Jackie, you need strength, Miss Jackie. I'm going to put you up here.
And
Yeah, you need strength.
What's funny about the turquoise? Sorry.
Go ahead. No. I mean, the phone rang. We didn't unplug the phone. We suck, but we're moving on.
Oh, and I didn't unplug it just now. I'll do that in a second. So turquoise, I was leaving the house this morning and I grabbed my earrings, and I have these earrings that I got from our dear friend Jeff Bliss, and he hand whittles them out of salted sugar maple, and then he adds crystals to them.
They're beautiful. We have some.
My huge pair has labradorite and amber.
Oh, and you were like, oh, I need a turquoise.
And I grabbed these ones instead because
really
I picked those up and I put them down and I grabbed my turquoise. So, and I'm a Taurus, so it was perfect.
Yes, that's funny. That's interesting.
Unknowingly,
right. Mm-hmm. That's funny.
So, yeah, turquoise neutralizes extremes. Did you read?
No, I did not. No, okay. I did not.
So what I wrote was, turquoise neutralizes extremes and brings stillness and balance, perfect for cooling off this sometimes hot-headed bull.
Oh,
Allow the peaceful.
No, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
No, not me.
Definitely not.
No. Allow the powerful watery energy of turquoise to flood in and bring you the strength needed this month, Taurus. And remember, there is no need to rage like the sea. The fall of the dropping water wears away the stone. So be gentle. Be gentle.
That's definitely the vibe of the Taurus poll this month for sure.
Right.
All right. So Gemini, there were, when I do a reading, again, I don't know how many of you are readers. When I do a reading, which one was this? Okay. You look at the reading as a whole also. If you pull 4 cards and you pulled 4 fours, or they're all aces, or they're all yellow, there's note to be taken there. Mm-hmm. So I pulled 12 cards, and 4 of them this month, or 3 of them were a 4. So that was interesting to me that there was a lot of 4s here, because 4 is a stable card. It's a stable number. There are 4 walls holding up the roof. There's 4 legs in your chair. It's a stable number, mm-hmm. which is nice in this time of, as the commercials all say, unprecedented uncertainty. So, it's nice that I saw that number come up in the cards, that there were 3 4s. And for Gemini, I pulled the 4 of Wands. So this is one of those cards that under the current circumstances, I sort of see and go, duh, because 4 is about home and hearth. And since we're all sort of stuck in one place right now, this seems like a bit of a no-brainer that we're all safer at home. So it's the only truly stable place you have right now is your home and your sanctuary. So when I just thought about this for a minute, why might this card come up? Maybe Gemini might have been feeling a little restless. I want to get out of the house. This is to remind you to stay home. It's just to remind you that this is really the safest place at the moment. And you paired it with?
Sunstone.
Oh,
Because the light of the sun helps to restore. And I felt like we're restricted. We're all taking a break right now, and it's important to remember the light and to remember to bring it in, allow it in. So I felt like Sunstone just helped to shine a light on those who perhaps
feeling shut in.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, I got you. It's true. It's true. Which one do I have up there? Hey, ladies, let me take that down. Hey, Annie, how are you, honey bunny? You want to go unplug the phone?
Oh, yes. Let me do that.
So the next card was another 4. So this time it was the 4 of Cups. And so lots of 4s, I make the comment that lots of 4s make the appearance. But when I saw this card, I see a warning about overindulgence. So we are all stuck at home. Cancer, we're stuck at home, but we don't want you to use crutches this month. And, maybe overindulging in the chocolate or the booze or food in general. Like, this is about overindulgence and a warning to not. Nope, I'm still here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're still here.
I'm sorry.
Not to overindulge in all of that. Find a new way to soothe your emotions in a healthier way was how I felt this card. What this card was saying. Hematite.
Yeah, hematite. Balance. Grounding. Some major grounding. Hematite provides. It comes in a variety of forms. This is from Graves Mountain in Georgia. And it's got a bit of iridescence to it. A friend of mine collected. Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's got that iridescence in the crevice.
Yeah.
And it's metallic, silvery, provides some really great grounding. And hold on to hematite this month, Cancer, in a healthier and more productive way. Hold on to hematite this month, Cancer, and it will help to clear and focus your mind. I need some hematite right now. Calm your emotions, ease your stress. Known as a seeker transformer stone, hematite's hypergrounding vibration will help to still the mind and your whole being. In meditation, it will help you to see what's in need of change and offers you its strength to follow through.
I love that.
Yes.
I like that one. Those two needed to go together.
Yes,
for sure.
Agreed.
So that's how we see it. We pull this card, but we don't want you to just be like, hi, I need to accept this,
Mm-hmm.
So we pair it with something that can help you. So we're up to Leo. So Leo pulled the Sun card. When I see this card, especially in this deck, yes, I just hear the word yes. It screams optimism, and it's warm and positive. It's always an announcement that the sun will rise. So if Leo's feeling a bit, and we all are, we flirt with those emotions of sort of being like down in the doldrums and so if Leo's feeling a little down, this card is letting them know that the sun always rises again, especially after the darkness. And it can also signal the coming of a new baby in your circle.
Indeed.
What did your parent with?
I think I missed the.
Oh,
it
is sunstone here.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. That you were doing that one. Oh, you were looking at the bottom. I got it. So sunstone.
I still feel like that applies to where
of course. We'll go backwards to 4 of Wands to Gemini. I see you read the bottom one.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Oops, my bad. I'm sorry. But I still feel like it's relevant to the 4 of Wands because it's necessary right now, that light from the sun.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But oops, I did for this, for May, for Leo, I paired it with Sunstone because of the same reasons, the stone of leadership and personal power and freedom and expanded consciousness.
It carries the energy of Ra,
right,
which is the sun god. So if this is what we're trying to evoke for Leo, Sunstone is smart for sure.
Yes.
Let's see. All right. So and here's our last 4. which is the Four of Swords. And again, I feel like it was a no-brainer. Just such a no-brainer. Third four, Virgo gets swords. There's a situation that you need to step back from. Understandably, we are all at arm's length, but this is different. You're hyper-focused on a particular issue, and it's causing you undue stress. It will be beneficial if you can put it down and get a new perspective and perhaps revisit at a later date. So I feel like this is a situation you need to step back from. So there's stuff swirling and you need to put it down and step away from it. And put yourself out of it. And she paired it with
moss agate. I love moss agate so very much.
Here, you hold it and I'll do this.
Okay, we'll try that. It looks as though moss has been trapped within clear agate.
Show up.
Right. Try this.
And oh, maybe. That's really bright.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really bright.
Yeah, not going to work.
So you talk.
Okay.
I'll show. Oh, that's a good picture of it. Go ahead.
Excellent. Grab some moss agate and go get your hands dirty this month, Virgo. Literally. The ultimate earth stone paired with a good dose of nature therapy is just what the chicks order to help you get you out of your own head and ground yourself. You'll find that stepping away will help you find clarity and resolve.
Right. You need to back up off something. Okay, so we're up to Libra. So Libra this month got the Lady. Libra will get to tune into the powers of the Lady this month, or as she's traditionally known, the Empress. In traditional decks, this is the Empress card. It's a beautiful card. This month, Libra should celebrate nature and sensuality. Bring more of that sweet, free, feminine energy into your space. Moonlit walks or candlelit bath would certainly do a body good. So try to tap into the feminine energy this month. For Libra, it's definitely going to do your soul some good. And you paired it with
emerald.
Yeah, definitely.
The stone of the sensual goddess Venus and the birthstone of May babies. In the sign of Taurus, the energy of emerald stirs the soul like the heart of spring. Sit with emerald under this month's full moon in Venus ruled Taurus.
No, Johnny Rush, I'm not kidding. Sorry. He's a Libra, so he just, are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. I can't make this up.
Together, they are a most sensual, grounded, and beautifully rooted body-oriented energy.
Yeah, I like it. All right, so Scorpio, right? We're up to Scorpio. Scorpio got Two of Wands. And it's funny, it's interesting. We pulled Two of Wands with Luna. Right.
We did on Saturday.
We pulled Two of Wands when we did our chick chat. And I watch most days. I try in between working and stuff. Like I try to catch a bit if I can get my lunch break then. I try to catch a bit of Sandra Wright and Leanne Marama. They do this. They're the Psychic Teas, and they have an 11 a.m. check-in, and you can go on there. They do it every day. So I do it, I try to do it Saturday and Sunday. It's on Zoom and everybody's welcome, and they check in and they chat about, they pull a card and they talk about herbs and what's good. And just really, it's a great way to sort of get center in the morning. They do a little meditation. And this week was maybe it was Sunday. Leanne pulled this card too. And I even said, wow, we pulled the same card. So this card keeps showing up, right? So Scorpio specific. This card says to me, you can't do two things at once. You're trying to hold on to two things at the same time, or you're trying to have something both ways. It's definitely not working. You have to let go of something. It will release the tension that's building up in your upper arms and your shoulders and your neck. When we're trying to hang on to two things at the same time, this is where we have tension. You have to put one of them down. It will free up the tension. And you paired it with
selenite. Clear the air, Scorpio. Bring selenite into your space and be prepared to let go. Allow the high frequency of selenite to purify and sanctify your space and your whole being, mind, body, and spirit. It's time to lay down and lay out the selenite, Scorpio. Find a quiet space and lay it on your spine, across your shoulders, and on your head to help you find clarity.
No, Ray, you didn't miss Capricorn. Don't worry. We didn't get there.
No,
yet.
I only skipped a few.
No, you just transferred one thing from the other.
I did.
I happen to love selenite. Like selenite's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorites. I love it.
Selenite is a gypsum crystal. It grows out in the salt flats in Utah in a few different formations. This is a sphere. You can see the flash line. It's got a spot where you can see through. And then on the opposite side, it has the flash line.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah.
We don't do it justice in here, but it's really pretty. And then you get like real flat pieces. I love these.
Windows.
Yeah, really nice. So we're up to Sagittarius. Sagittarius got the Prince of Wands this month. So for May, the Prince of Wands, impetuous. That is the key word for Sagittarius this month. Be mindful of what you're getting yourself into. There's a warning in this card about rushing in and not thinking. There is certainly a feeling of being bold and brave. And who doesn't love a little adventure, right? However, under these uncertain times, I sound like a commercial. Under these uncertain times, I lost my place. It's certainly better to look before you leap. So I feel like Sagittarius needs to not be so impetuous, not move without thinking, not, I think sometimes we confuse exciting with impetuous. And this month I want Sagittarius to be a little more careful. And you?
Blue aventurine. Blue aventurine is your companion this month, Sagittarius. Carry it with you to inspire focus and concentration and help you to see truly how your thoughts and actions can affect your current reality. Exercise patience, grasshopper, with this stone of self-discipline.
Blue. So Sagittarius should get some blue aventurine to carry around in their pocket this month for sure. Okay. So Capricorn, we move on to Capricorn. Hey, Ray, you paying attention to Capricorn? So Capricorn got the 8 of Swords. So after a month of contemplation, because I think last month might have been the Hangman. I'm not sure. I'd have to remember. So after a month of contemplation, Capricorn is overwhelmed by their thoughts. The 8 of Swords tells me that this month you might feel overcome by what is happening in your head. You might even feel trapped by your thoughts and be unable to see past them. The good news about this card is the fact that it's you who have the power to fix this, because really I don't want to be like it's all in your head, like it's nonsense, but it is what's happening in your head. So you have the ability to pull the blindfold off and get some clarity. So she paired it with
fluorite for some clarity.
Right. I love fluorite.
Me too.
Love it. Love it.
Me too. Green, purple, clear.
So fluorite's going to help you sort out your mental chaos.
Right. It's a good way to get out of your head. Incorporate some fluorite into your meditation or carry it with you while you hike, perhaps.
Hey, Dad.
To help you sort out the mental chaos, Capricorn, an energetic vacuum cleaner for the dust bunnies in your head. Fluorite helps to get rid of cluttered thoughts and negative patterns no longer serving your best interest.
Okay, so Aquarius. We move on to Aquarius, second to last card. And this is the card that everybody does not want to get. It's the one that, instills fear in everybody. It's the Death card. So when the Death card, and I'll explain if anybody gets readings, doesn't get readings, when the Death card shows up, it is about transformation. I mean, something is, Jenny got to eat. Sorry. I set alarms. I'm on a very regimented diet, so I set alarms, and Jenny got to eat. Anyway, anybody that knows me knows about my alarms. So there is a transition, as I believe the best way that I can describe this. So Capricorn where was I? Death. Aquarius. This is the card that instills the most fear when it shows up in a reading. It certainly does speak to transition. Please understand that death is not the only transition. Aquarius will see the end of something and the subsequent beginning of something else. And that's really the crux of this card. So by all accounts, you will be changed in some way. So I feel like, well, it's a major arcana card. Something big is happening. Something is changing. Something is transitioning. I also, there's a little bit of me that I get a little annoyed when my cards are really fucking obvious. Mm-hmm. And I know we're all sort of stuck in the same place. So there's not a lot to be said. But I feel like Aquarius is definitely on the verge of transformation or transition. So yeah, that's what I was feeling like. And you paired it with?
Black tourmaline.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Electrical in nature. Its pyroelectric and piezoelectric properties mean that when they're rubbed or heated, they hold an electrical charge. Mm. One end is positive and one end is negative, just like a battery.
I did not know that. As much as I like black tourmaline, I did not know that.
It allows it.
She's so smart. She's not just pretty. Just saying.
It allows it to attract and repel.
Hmm. Right. Hence the positive and negative.
Right.
That's really.
So.
I get it. Like it.
Working with this big energy will help to keep Aquarius energetically grounded and protected through transmutation. Know and trust that with every ending comes a new beginning.
Right. Yeah, that's good. Oh, very good. Okay, so last but not least, we are up to Pisces. 5 of Cups. I hate landing on a 5. I do. In a reading, I'd pull more cards because I don't like it. Because 5s are always about struggle. The Pisces will struggle this month with feelings of sadness and a general glass half empty attitude. The silver lining in this card, if there is one, is it's really of your own doing. You need to count your blessings for the things that you have instead of lamenting over the things that you don't. This card points out that there is growth in struggle. So this deck I love. It tells the story of Caradwyn in the 5s. And that right before the moment of real, shit hitting the fan, there's transformation. So on the other side of a shitty situation is really exactly where you're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. No one ever grew in their comfort zone. Growth is painful. So there's a little, that's the best I can do. When you pull a 5, there's struggle, but know that there's growth in that. You're going to learn something. That's the best way I can describe it. And you paired it with?
Yellow calcite to embrace optimism. With its sparkling golden light, yellow calcite is our choice to help Pisces embrace optimism this month. Associated with the solar plexus chakra, the place where we hold our self-esteem and positive attitude, the energy of yellow calcite can help connect you with the center of your personal power, illuminating your path to help sort out your feelings and release fear of change. Remember your magnificence, Pisces. With a strong sense of self, you can achieve anything you put your mind to.
So wise. My cousin Lisa says, I'm so wise. It runs in the family, honey. We're all very wise.
Smarty pants.
Smarty pants. I'm a smarty pants. So this is the point in the evening where I will shuffle and we will do the same. If anybody wants or anybody has a question, yeah. Because I feel like, here's what I'm going to say about generality. The generality, the generalness, the general, pulling of a general card. It's a general answer. When you're specific, you get a specific answer. That's how the cards, to me, work. I feel like it's you're asking the universe for information, and the universe is basically a mirror. Mm-hmm. If you're specific, you get a specific answer. If you're vague, you get a vague answer. If you're deceptive, you get a deceptive answer. That's why I like when people, Lisa Sebring, you read your own goddamn cards. She's one of the best readers I know. And she's like me. Okay, we'll do you, girl. Don't you worry. But I feel like you know, people don't understand that when they sit and they want to do the test the psychic, you know, like they're going to try to test them and say things that maybe aren't true, or, you know I'm going on a vacation. Am I going to travel or something? And then you get, you know what I mean? Like, it's like they try to, and you're going to get a deceptive, you know, you're not going to get, if you're not being honest or forthcoming, that's the shit you get back. So,
Right.
So I'm going to pull a card for Miss Lisa. We'll see specifically what May, if we could say May is holding for specifically Miss Lisa. And I feel like shuffling pulls pulls the energy out and clears, and as does knocking. So that's how I get to my space. So I will try to hone in on that big energy that is Miss Lisa. Let's see. Okay. Oh, you got the star. That's such a good card. That's really good. Is it focused? It's such a pretty card in my deck. So I try to put it in front of my face so that it sort of focuses. The card's a great card. The star is a great card. So Lisa, if I had to talk to you about what's happening in May for you and you pull the star, right? There's a lot of star talks about balance and harmony, but more importantly, it talks about direction. So I feel like you're definitely headed in the right direction. Whatever's happening, whatever you guys are up to. I haven't talked to you in a little while, so I'm not sure what's brewing in the cauldron, but you're definitely headed in the right direction. You know, we used to navigate by the stars. And I've said it before, like, you mean even the freedom seekers used the stars to get to Canada, like to, you know, run the Underground Railroad. So you're headed in the right direction for sure. Look up for sure. Certain you'll definitely find your way. So if you had to
Iolite.
Do we have iolite?
I have iolite chips.
So what is iolite?
It's the Viking compass.
Oh, it's the Viking compass to help you get to the places you need to go. Oh, I love it. So you should be heading on that one. All right, Johnny Rush, which slapping? Okay, let's see. Anybody else want us? Where are we?
Elizabeth. And
hey, ladies, I have a question. I'm planning on moving in the fall. Okay. So what's the question? You're planning on moving. Is the question, I don't dig yes, no questions. Okay, love you too, she writes.
love you.
That you're moving. I'm just gonna pull a card about it, Elizabeth. We'll see. Let's just do that. About her move in the fall. This one. Hey, all right. So when it's a card like this, you know, you don't have to be a reader to see what that card is sort of saying, right? A lot on your mind, a lot of thought process, a lot of, you know, swords have to do with your thoughts. So it's running you down in your brain, no doubt, Elizabeth. So yeah, it's running you down. I mean, it's running you down. Moving is the most stressful thing anyone ever does, ever. I think they even say that even on your body, like it's really, and she laughs, she writes, LOL, like it's super stressful. So I want to say like again, my cards are sort of being a little obvious, you know, there's like an obviousness to this. So what I then would say is, what can I do about the stress is sort of how I look at it. Like, what is it I can do? There isn't anything you can do. You pull the Hangman. So it's like, you got to surrender and accept. Don't struggle against the ties that bind you. If you know anything about the cards, the Hangman is a very, very good card. You have to not struggle against resistance. Just don't try to force that. And the other thing I'm going to say about the Hangman is you have a great support system and deep roots, girl. So you have to depend on those people that are around you. They're not going to let you fall down. So know that if anything, it's going to be fine. It's all going to be fine, right? Because you have such, I mean, look at that tree. His people really hold him up. Big, huge tree. You got a lot of folks. You got a lot of people. You got a great support system. You'll be fine. That's really what that card says to me. I put it right on the spot.
No. Initially I felt like quartz, because quartz has a property, it's triboluminescent, which means that when you strike it, it causes a spark. And I feel like she knows she's not trusting herself. And perhaps if you had that spark, it might help you to be certain in your decision, whichever it might be.
Right.
So quartz is being a programmable crystal. You set with clear intention what you wish for it, how you wish to have it support you. So sit with it, hold on to it, speak your thoughts into it, and hopefully it will help you to find that spark.
I like it. I'm trying to go in order because the chat keeps going. So I'm trying to get people as they ask their questions in order. So will tattoo shops open by June so I can get my tat? So Christina, that's interesting. That's interesting. It's funny. So when you ask a yes or no question, yes or no questions are interesting in the tarot, right? And I have like a love-hate relationship with them. And so when you pull the 9 of Wands, I go like to the books in my head. It's about, this is an action-oriented card and he's at the top of his game. There is also to me an element because of the fire of burning bridges. Sometimes I get that sort of feeling about it. My initial response when I saw this card would have been yes. And then I noticed how patient he is, and he's sitting and he's not, he's the king and he's not in battle. Do you know what I mean? Like you get, because it's fire and passion and you think doing, but yet he's sitting really calmly on his throne, like he's not doing anything. So while you might be able to find a tattoo shop that's open, I'm not sure if you should. Is what I'm getting at.
Be patient.
That's right. Like it's really funny, the feeling that I had as soon as I pulled it. It was just like, I was really like it was really funny. That's exactly how I felt when I saw it. So I don't know if that a crystal goes with that, but I'm just saying.
Picasso Jasper, just because it's fun.
Right. Picasso Jasper, that's funny.
Art, gaze into its unique specs, its veining, its character, and find your art.
Maybe another outlet for the art.
Exactly.
Right. All right. Let's see. So Susan, she said, Susan, you're moving? Where? And she doesn't know where yet. So I was just going to say where. She said, hey, Ravenflower.
Hello.
How are you? All right. So let's see. Susan, do I know where? Where is an interesting question when you talk to the tarot, right? So I'm going to explain why. Decisions are funny things. Everybody has free will, right? People can come in and talk to me about what's happening in their lives, and I can pull a card and I can pull spreads, and they will sit across from me and I will say that they're in an abusive relationship and they should leave the man that they're with, or it's not going to change, I should say. I shy away from saying you should do this in a reading. It's he's not changing. This is the way it is. I get validation that yes, I'm right. And they stay in that relationship. They have free will. Do you know what I'm getting at? So moving and where you're moving depends on a decision. So it's not, you don't always get exactly a where, if that makes sense. So when you pull a card like the Ace of Wands, this isn't a great card. I love this card. Because it talks about passion and it talks about doing, for sure. It's a little transition-y when I say, it's the start, aces are the beginning of the suit. So it definitely is the beginning. And when I do this, I'm trying to get that too, so you can see what the hell I'm talking about. But when you ask a question like where, and I look at this, someplace where they have mountains is what I'm going to say. If I had to be that specific, because I feel like this card, it's showing me the place. I don't always get that. But I feel like someplace that you love for sure. Someplace that you're really excited about. You're not going to be wishy-washy about it. It's not going to be like, well, I could go here. You're going to be like, oh my God, that's where I'm going. It's going to strike you, like an iron, just like, yes, I'm doing that. So that's how I feel about that. All right, let me see if I can find where your question was. Okay, panel moving. Hi, ladies. That's Miss Ravenflower. What is this? I'm finishing my first year of graduate school this month. I'm wondering what advice the Tarot has for me to finish the semester successfully. Hey, Brandon, how are you, honey? Hey, Brandon, you just occurred to me who you are. Beltane Festival person. How are you?
Oh.
Yeah, like I do remember. How are you, sir? All right. So any advice about finishing the semester successfully? Yeah. 10 of Pentacles. You are going to need folks. So I'm feeling like this card traditionally, when you talk about it traditionally, it talks about sort of multi-generational family, it's productive, commune living sort of thing. So I'm feeling like when you ask about the Tarot, how do I finish the semester successfully? This is to get by with a little help from my friends. So I don't know if it's study groups, maybe getting together with other people, extra. When I say extra, if your professors are sort of offering maybe study things, or it's like added people sort of helping out. I feel like if there's some study groups you could get into, or people helping you, get together with some folks. That's how I feel about it.
Connection.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's see. Where am I? Dora, I know you're talking about this COVID shit. I don't talk about COVID. Sorry. I don't even get involved with that energy. And I'll explain why. It's really funny. When you try to tap into the energy of something that so many people have their energy in, so it's almost impossible to feel like you're talking about anything productive. I can't explain it. It's kind of like when we talk about the hexing Trump, it's so much energy in this direction and so much energy in the other direction. It's just, it's swirling. It's too much. There's a lot is what I'm getting at. So let's see. I'm trying to get back to where Dora was. Okay, thanks so much. I needed to hear that. Oh, I'm glad about that, Elizabeth. It's awesome. A card for me, please. Sure. Let's see. How do we say that? Shalonda. What a pretty name. All right. So we're just it's about May. Like this is specific to you about what you can expect coming up. Okay. So 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is an interesting little card. It just tells me that you have something that you have tried to build, and you are going to not finish that and set it down. So I usually use like school as an example, just to give you an example. If somebody is in school, they may either decide to change their major or not finish and go off. They got maybe even a better offer. It doesn't necessarily mean like, things are down in the doldrums, and not necessarily, but it's definitely, I was going to do this. I want it to look this way. I'm building this to look like this. You know what? I'm not going to finish that. I'm going to turn around and walk away. For some reason, there is something you're going to put down and walk away from it. That it's either not working, not for you, changed your mind. Yeah, that's what I get. Card. I mean, crystal. No crystal. Nothing struck you for that one?
No. Tiger's Eye is what struck me about partway through. just to be confident in whatever it is that you do decide.
Yes. Yeah, confident. Yeah, that would be good because, maybe you're waffling or something, but you'll definitely get to that. And Lenormand, it's interesting, Elizabeth, that you talk about. I usually pull out my pendulum for a yes, no, but yeah, I don't usually pull a card because there's so much to say about a card that a yes, no doesn't quite do it justice. So I usually get my pendulum. I want to get my dad's handwriting. Love, Dad. So you know what? When the dreaded coronavirus is not, it's under some sort of control or something, you get your dad to write love, Dad, and you're going to have that. And you can get it at some point. I felt like that card was it struck me funny. It's like I said, the wands are about fire and doing, and that they're about doing something. And especially the king, he's at the top of his game, but yet he's sitting there so calmly. Like, I can go do this, but I'm not gonna. So I'm just wondering if you shouldn't.
Just not just yet.
Yeah, like maybe not yet. Mm-hmm. So I'm going through these. Will I get surgery soon? Susan. I've known Susan. What is it? I mean, it's elementary school, right? I mean, I think we went to elementary school together. We definitely were middle school together, but it may be I'm trying to remember elementary school. I'm old.
You are not old.
I am old. We all know I'm old. I celebrated a big birthday in the apocalypse, and it was not the way I thought I would celebrate my 10th birthday. Just saying. It's not the way that was supposed to happen. So, Susan, let me see. Will I have surgery soon? Again, that's a yes, no. So I get other information when we do that. This is an interesting little card. Again, when you ask a question like that and I see that card, my initial reaction is yes, right? This is my initial action, because if you ask a yes, no question and I have a theory about yes, no cards, this card would say yes to me. And then I look the fact that it's the rebirth card. And but I'm going with my first. I'm going with my first. So I'm sticking to it. Would you say the card out loud? I am listening while driving and can't look. Oh, see, it's hard I can't respond to things that fast because now it's probably 10 minutes past the fact that she wrote that.
Right.
So I'm not sure what card I do. You just mean in general, I think, because I'm saying, yes. I guess I'm telling them what I pulled. I gotcha.
We'll do that.
Okay. Forward. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Brandon, we met. Oh. We met at Beltane. Yes. Yeah. Mary Wickham says, "Good evening. I use pendulum or my gypsy deck." Oh, Joey Bag of Donuts wants to know, will there still be school? And so, put that one up. That's funny. I'm going to answer that question. Here, it's right there. Oh. Right there. There. This is Mr. Rogue Witch, and he's talking about my son. Joey Bag of Donuts wants to know, will there be school in September? So I'm going to pull a card. Let's see. Again, yes, no questions. See, that's really funny. The Fool.
Interesting.
That's a really interesting card for that question. So here's what I'm going to say about this card. That it's not going to look anything like it did last September. That's what I'm going to say. Because this card, he's jumping off the cliff he's not looking where he's going.
Right. Like, he
has no idea where he's headed, what he's doing, if he's going to, fuck it all up, if he's landing, if there's he has no idea, but he's doing it anyway. So I feel like it's uncharted territory. I feel like we don't know. We just have no idea. Nobody knows the answer to that question. Nobody knows. It's definitely going to be different. You're definitely going to school in September, but how that happens, I believe that it's just, we just don't know. It's just so much vastness that we just don't know. So, I see people saying, can I pull a card? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, she's right before. So we'll stay here. We're trying to. Okay. So Patricia, can I have a card, please? Yeah. So I'm going to pull a card about what you should be paying attention to, maybe for May. Three wands. Three of wands talks to me about getting a new perspective. Whatever's happening, there's something happening. I usually feel like you need to step back and you need to look at it from a different angle, from somebody else's shoes, from you need a new perspective and patience. But a new perspective, you need to look at something from a different vantage point. You know, like he climbed up on the top of that mountain to look down at his field. He needed to check it out. He needed to look at it from above. So you need to sort of check you need better eyes, different eyes. And that's just a terror. You know, we're stuck in the fucking house for, 2 months now. And how can you look at something differently? Because you're seeing this. Yeah. You need to try to see something in a different manner, from a different perspective. Yeah. And maybe somebody else's perspective.
Right.
Okay. Hey, Ravenflower. How are you, honey? Do you have time? I do have time. I'm going to pull a card for you. All right. Oh, Reverend Mariday. She's next.
Hello, lovely.
I have a couple minutes left. Let's see. Let's do Ravenflower. I want the top one. Oh, hey, so, okay. Another card that makes people sort of go, what the fuck? Like, just does. The Tower, we're all in the Tower right now. If anybody wants an explanation of the Tower, this is the Tower. Tower's about a shakeup. Tower's about things looking different, things falling apart, things burning to the ground. However, and I do like to say however when this card shows up, the Star is the next card after the Tower. In the line of major arcanas, the Star is next. So what I say about the Tower is, listen, illumination is coming. We're all in the middle of this nonsense. But for you, since this is specific to you, you specifically have had different things fall apart, I'm going to say. It's not, I don't feel like this. I mean, I pulled the top card for a reason. So you have different things. It's not the general consensus. This is not a collective card. This is for you, that you pulled this and you have a different shakeup happening. And illumination's coming. That's the best thing I could say. And the other thing about fire is cleansing. So what you do when you tear the Tower down, you build it back up. It looks better. That's what happens. Fire is cleansing. So it's like, well, it looked like this and now it's all burned to the ground. It's all rubble. But when you build it back, it's more beautiful than it was. So that's really what the Tower says to me. If that makes sense.
That transformation.
Yeah, it's, you know that. But right now it's a little hectic. All right. Let's see. All right. That's a lot of different things happening, swirling in there. So I'm going to pull a card. So what I'm going to say about this is the Three of Pentacles. You're talking about collaboration, and this is certainly a collaboration. He's doing the work, and he's got people surrounding him, like they're helping. So to me, it's, you have all the tools for that. So I think the collaboration is a good idea. I think that makes things move. The energy is better. I feel like collaboration is good. I like it. That's what I will say about that, because that is specifically about people putting their heads together to get to, a certain thing. So I definitely feel like that's true. Yes. Okay. I'm just going to pick a couple more because we're just running out of time tonight. Hey, Tracy, I'm trying to see. Where are we? Miss V. I'm going to pull, this is going to be the last card I pull. So the Fab Miss V would like a card. Let's see. Miss V will be with us on Saturday for our chick chat. She's going to be the chick that talks to us. She is the third chick.
Yes. Yes.
Take control and cut away the bullshit. And you know what's really funny about that? I know she's sitting in her house. She's yelling right now. If we could pull her on screen with us right now, she would just be yelling, right? Take control, cut away the bullshit, right? This card, that's what it says to me. She says, thank you. Yeah, cut it away. You were on my mind today. It was funny about something that happened when we were on the phone. You were telling me about a situation, and I was thinking just this about you, which is sort of funny. So yeah, slice away the bullshit. You have no time for it. You have to take control. That's what happens. I got it. That's so funny. Okay, that reads to me. That's really funny. You all are frozen right now. Are we better? Hello, beautiful ladies. Hello, beautiful Miss Alicia. All right. Who said, my daughter says I need help. Why does your daughter say you need help? All right. Well, whew. Anyway, I think we're going to get going tonight. We do this once a month. After we write the Tarotscopes, we get together, we do this, we answer a few questions. And there's a lot of people on this feed. The Fab Miss V, she does readings. She does bone readings. There's a lot of people on here that do readings. I think Alicia does readings. Fab Shelly V does readings. So I do readings. So I've been doing, actually, you know what's really interesting? I'll tell the people this for a minute. I've been doing a past life reading lately. A lot of them. I must have done 30 or 40 of them lately. I put it out there and it comes in. It's a really interesting reading. Past lives are a nice way to figure out maybe something that's happening now. It's from a past life, so we can sort of explore that. It's very interesting. I've been doing a lot of those, but yeah. And next Saturday is Chick Chat, 10:30. The Fab Miss V we will be chatting with her about throwing the bones and about what she's been doing in the apocalypse. And we usually pull a card for the collective. She's going to use the bones as the reading for everybody Saturday morning. We're going to talk a little bit about what that looks like. You can get a little bit of information about throwing the bones. And so that's on this channel, YouTube, and on Facebook. We're going to be live 10:30. Chick Chat, the Fab Miss V, meditation, little things. And we're always here for curbside pickup, so give us a call in the shop. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great time. Thank you very much for joining us. We love this. We do. Oh, Tony says my past life reading was awesome. I thank you. I thank you for letting me get up in your head there. It's cool. So Dora says good night. Lisa says Lisa D. What's up?
What's up?
What's up, witch? Okay, we're gonna go. Bye.
Good night.